Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll learn in this video computer concepts. Let us start. Introduction. Hello my dear student, welcome to your new class. In your previous classes we have learnt about computers. In this class we will go further and learn more about computers and their uses. Before going in detail, let us revise some important terms. What is raw data? Raw data means is nothing, the information we are giving. This is the raw data. Okay, let us will discuss this one by one very clearly. Input is the raw data. What is the raw data? Input is the raw data which you give to the computer using an input device such as keyboard, mouse, scanner. As computer is working on the instruction what are the given by the user, like this, how the instruction should be given by the user through the input devices like keyboard, mouse and scanner. So this is known as the raw data. Just like we put fruits into the juicer and make juice, what we need for the juice, we need some fruits as ingredients. So these fruits is here is the raw data. So similarly you enter raw data into the computer to get the output. Processes. Who is processing the raw data is manipulated to generate meaningful information by performing certain sets of calculation using the processing device. Who is known as the processing device? The CPU. The CPU is known as the processing device. CPU means central processing unit. It is equivalent to the processing of fruits into the juicer. After we add the juice into the mixture, who will be processes it? The mixture will be processes it. Like this, the CPU is processing whatever the instruction given by the user to get the output. Output. What do you mean by output? The manipulated raw data or the processed meaningful data generated is known as the output. The output can be viewed with the help of an output device, like printer and monitor. It is equivalent to the juice served in the glass after processing. It is equivalent after the processing should be done. What is the time then? Again the time is to serve the juice into the glasses. Like this, after processing done, the CPU provides the information to the output devices. Through the output devices we can see the output. Hope this is clear. IPO cycle. The three terms, that is input, processes and output, are interrelated. The information flows from the input device to the processing device and then to the output device. This flow of work is known as IPO cycle. That means through the keyboard we are giving input to the computer, and who is processing? The CPU is processing it, and through the output devices we are getting the output. So this is a cycle, right? Input through the keyboard we are giving input to the computer, then the CPU processes it, and from through the output devices we are getting the output. This is like a cycle, and this cycle is known as IPO cycle, that is input, processes and output. Here we are giving the input, then the CPU is processes it and we are getting the output. Hope this is clear for you. Generations of computers. The term generation denotes the improvement of any product. We can say that the improvement in computer technology is known as the generation. I am giving you one example. Suppose you and your father, then your grandfather. We can say these are the three generation, and from each generation we can see improvement is there. Like this, the term generation denotes the improvement of any product. We can say the improvement in computer technology is also known as generation. The growth of development of computer has been very rapid in very last 50 years. In last 50 years it is very rapid. That means it is increased. Development is increased very rapidly. There are 5 generations of computer which are categorized on the basis of major technological developments that change the way of operation of computers. Let us discuss this one by one. In this table, we will discuss the various generations of computers and what are the parts used in each generation, the time period and the examples, the benefits and the drawbacks of each generation of computer. I prepare this table so that it will be easy to understand and we can see and compare each generation in a single means platform. So that is first generation. Let us discuss the first generation. First generation, what is the part used? Vacuum tube. Then time period is 1940 to 1956. And examples, some examples of this generation computers are Univac and ENIAC. These are some examples of computers of first generation computer. What is the benefits of first generation computer? It performs calculation in milliseconds. In that time it was the first calculating device. And what are the drawbacks? The drawbacks, it is very costly, big in size. It is 52 feet long in size and it is very, 50 feet long means just imagine how much big it is. And it takes big room to keep this computer. And non-portable. What do you mean by non-portable? We cannot carry this computer with us as it is too big, and emits large heat also. It emits large heat and its maintenance cost is also very high, and it contains more and more components. So that's why, what are the drawbacks? It is costly, big in size, non-portable, emits large heat. So these are the drawbacks of the first generation computers. Let us discuss the second generation computer. What is the part used in second generation computer? Transistor. Transistor is used in second generation computer. Time period is 1956 to 1963. Then what are the examples of this generation computer? IBM 1401, then Atlas. These are the example of second generation computers. What are the benefits of second generation computer? It reduced the calculation time from the millisecond to microsecond. First generation computer, they are doing the calculation millisecond. Then the calculation speed is the calculation time is reduced. It becomes millisecond to microsecond. Then what are the drawbacks of second generation computers? It is costly and frequent maintenance and AC is required. Okay, and it is also costly and maintenance is also frequent maintenance is required. Then come to third generation computer. So what is the part used in third generation computer? Integrated circuit and semiconductor. Integrated circuit is also known as the semiconductor chips. So in third generation computer, integrated circuit or semiconductor chips is used. What is the time period? 1940 to 1971. What are the examples? Example is IBM 360, ICL 1900, Honeywell. These are the example of third generation computer. Then what are the benefits of third generation computers? Permitting multitasking, small in size. So it is reduced the size also now, and permitting multitasking. What do you mean by multitasking? Multitasking means we can do multiple tasks at a single time. This is known as multitasking, and it becomes small in size. Then what is the drawbacks? Drawback is AC is required also. It also generates heat. Fourth generation computer. Fourth generation computer, what is the parts used? Microprocessor, and the time period is 1970 to 2010. And what are the examples of this generation computers? Macintosh and IBM 370 series. So these are the examples of fourth generation computer. What are the benefits? It is faster. Internet concept is introduced in fourth generation computer, and portable. What do you mean by portable? We can carry the computer with us. So this is known as portable. Then drawbacks. What is the drawbacks of this generation computer? It is highly sophisticated technology is required in fourth generation computer. Let us come to the fifth generation computer. So fifth generation computer, what is the part used? Artificial intelligence, and time period 2010 to present. And what are the example of this generation computer? PCs of Pentium, notebooks, IBM supercomputers. These are the example of fifth generation computer. Benefits. What are the benefits? Work on their own without the help of the user and simple to repair. And what are the drawbacks? It tends to sophisticated. Let us take quick revision. So there are five types of generation. First generation computer. What is the part used? Vacuum tube. And what are the examples of this generation computer? Univac and ENIAC. Then second generation computer. What is the parts used? Transistors. And the IBM 1401 and Atlas. These are the example of second generation computer. Third generation computer. What is the parts used? Integrated circuit or semiconductor chip. And what are the examples? IBM 360, ICL 1900, Honeywell. So these are the example of third generation. Then fourth generation microprocessor is used in fourth generation, and Macintosh and IBM 370 are the example of fourth generation computer. And fifth generation computer, artificial intelligence technology is used in what as a in fifth generation computer. And what are the examples of this generation computer? Like pieces of Pentium, notebooks, IBM supercomputer. These are the example of fifth generation computer. Let us take a quick recap. What do you mean by input, processes and output? This is known as the IPO cycle. How through the input devices we are giving instruction to the computer, then the CPU processes it, and through the output devices we can see the output. This is known as IPO cycle and are the three terms. So the input, processes, output are the three terms denoting the flow of information. So generation means development or improvement of any product. This is known as generation. These first generation computers used vacuum tubes and machine language. The second generation computer used transistors and assembly language. The third generation computers are used integrated circuit, which made the size and computers small. And the fourth generation computers are used the microprocessor technology. And the fifth generation computers are used artificial intelligence. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my video, you can like and subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone.